SAP Lumira provides the ability to create complex stories that include a wide range of visualizations and input controls, text, pictures, pictograms, and shapes. Several templates are provided to assist us in building this type of story. In this example, we'll use a template to build an infographic-style story for Yoga West to capture insights and observations for our stakeholders based on the first year and a half of data. We'll start by creating a new story in our document, giving it a name, and selecting our template. If we open the page settings, we can see that the layout of the page is already set to continuous scrolling and can't be changed. If desired, we could change the background color or add a background image, but in this example, we'll leave the default selections. The template includes a number of placeholders for text and visualizations. We'll start with the text objects, replacing them with the appropriate titles and descriptions. First, we need to define the title and subtitle. Note that the objects in the template contain nested objects, so we may need to double-click through several layers to get to the object we want to modify. SAP Lumira provides a number of options for changing the formatting of our text objects. In this example, we'll change the color of the text. We can use any predefined color swatches or create our own by clicking somewhere in the spectrum, specifying the RGB values, or entering the color hex code. We'll also add the company motto. Note that once we've finished making our edits to an object in the template, we need to double-click outside of the page to exit edit mode. Now we'll repeat the process to fill in the text placeholders for the rest of the template. If the placeholders are too big or too small for the content we want to add, they can easily be resized. Now that we've filled in all of the text placeholders, the next step is to add visualizations. We can click and drag charts from the list on the left and drop them into the placeholders. We'll start by adding the numeric point chart for total revenue. Once a visualization has been added to the story, we can make changes to a large number of elements. In this example, we'll make the value smaller and apply number formatting so that it displays as currency. We'll also reposition and change the color of the chart title. If the layout of the template isn't exactly what we want, we can move and resize the objects. In this example, we'll resize the visualization we just added so that we can stretch the first section header to match the others. Next, we'll add the revenue by quarter line chart. Objects in the template that we don't need can be deleted to make more room for critical content. We'll make more room for the data by suppressing the axis titles. Next, we'll add the donut chart and tag cloud to display insights about returns. For the tag cloud, we can suppress the chart title and legend. Finally, we'll add a bubble chart that shows purchases relative to per capita income and population, and make room for it by removing a placeholder that we don't need. Again, we'll hide the axis titles. The placeholders have all now been filled in, and the framework of the page is complete. Visit the SAP Store to download SAP Lumira free today.